Everyone, how y'all doing today? Fine. So what we trying to do is this is the first no ops day, right? So what we trying to do is make sure that we spread this word about what we do and we care about our community and we worry about what's going on in our community and how we're going to help resolve some of the issues that we have in our community. So today, this is the reason for this no op day. We want to make sure that we can fellowship, share our resources, and you know what? Become friends. Get to know my neighbor. We're going to keep it simple and making sure that we understand that we care about what's going on in our community. We want everybody to come together and make sure that we can share these resources and how we can be better for tomorrow. Meaning that when we come home and when we need or we just move into the area, how do we get those resources in reference to making sure that we can do a little bit better? If you need an ID, you need a social security card, you need a birth certificate, we want to be a part of that solution and giving you the willingness to know how to make sure that you can receive these resources and get them to your neighbor. We got to get back to our basics, and sometimes we forget about how we need to get each other and come together and lend each other a hand for no simple cause, just because we can. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we share this word and we all let you know that our young folks are out here to make sure they're sharing the same vision that we have, being able to fellowship within our community every day for no reason but to get along. So we got two young brothers from Anacostia High School. We want to make sure that we bring them up and introduce them and let you know that they're here to let you know that they want to be a part of this No Ops Day. So let me introduce you to Mr. Jeremiah Wright and Mr. Jalen Gant from Anacostia High School.
How y'all doing today? Like you said, my name is Jalen Gant, class 2024. I'm an athlete at Anacostia High School. It really doesn't make no sense to me how we have to have a meeting like this. I mean, every time I step outside, I feel like I'm a young black man with a target on my back. Unfortunately, I have to look into young brothers' faces like these kids here and tell them that it is a target on your back. You are a young black man. You should be proud of that. Any type of last name, it doesn't matter. Whatever your last name is, you take pride in having it. You go outside, you look your brother in the face and tell him, I got you, brother. Because at the end of the day, that's all you have, your family. On September 6, 2024, I lost my brother to gun violence. He was found with a bullet in his head on Minnesota Avenue, just right across the block. The government, the DC government, they tried to shut it down. They tried to sweep it under the rug, and I felt that it's an injustice. Personally, I do not feel that anybody should deserve that. Personally, I don't feel that any mother should ever have to cry to her son, telling him that it's going to be okay. Personally, I should never have to see a young man come up to him and tell him, what happened to your brother? We were just having a conversation the day before he passed. And I'm a young, angry black man, so now I have to turn my back on the system. The same system that took an oath to say they would protect my family, my color. I don't know. I'm not as mad as I was. I do understand that now it's a responsibility as all of you. You should look to the person beside you. You should tell them you love them. You should tell them that you will lend a hand no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter who you is. It's all about how are you going to take that responsibility? How are you going to take your action? How are you going to give back to the same community that raised you? When I'm gone and when I come back, I want to give back to the same people that's looking at me right now. I love every last one of you. I love all of you. That's it.
How's everybody doing? My name is Jeremiah Wright, quarterback for Anacostia High School, class of 24. Like he said, it's sickening that we gotta have this type of meeting. People can't even raise their kids no more. They dying at an early age. It's sickening that we have to watch this every day. Well, almost every day. Somebody else is getting shot, killed. It's turned down a community. People can't even come outside. The kids can't even come outside and play without worrying about who won't shoot at them this day or that day. It's sad that we have to just move through life in fear. it's sickening. That's all I can say. That it's sickening to me because I had to watch my teammate. He's grieving over his brother, his mother. Like, it's sad that we gotta watch things like this as we growing up as teenagers. It's sad. I feel like we gotta make a change. Like, it's gonna be hard for us to make a change, but if everybody just get on one chord, one page, and come together and fight, then we'll make a change in the community. I hope everybody here is having a great day. I hope everybody having a good time. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
And can you please give these young men a round of applause? Really, really grateful for them to just step up and share their words of encouragement for this our community. Just moving on, I want to make sure we got a young man on the stage. Dr. Dyrell, you can come on over here, sir. So, and give us your pleasantries. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dyrell.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Oye Owolowo. I'm the U.S. representative in Washington, D.C. And I want to first give the biggest salute and hands up to my brother Dyrell Muhammad for putting together this No Ops Day. And I wish I could be here under better circumstances. You know, seeing the young men behind me, middle schoolers, high schoolers, dealing with loss of their friends, family members and whatnot. It brings us together to not only study the statistics, but really talk about where we are today. Because today we have 218 lives that have been snatched in DC. Over 1,000 assaults with deadly weapons, over 2,000 robberies. And I'm not here to say that it's folks that look like us that's doing it, or only young people that's been involved in these situations. But we know what difference we can make. I look into this crowd, I see grown men who are ready to step up. I see brothers and sisters in this audience knowing that it's not just gonna be a mayor or a council member gonna make a difference. It's really us coming together. I can see Marcia Davis from C. Sosa in the back who's collaborating with this office to make a difference. And honestly, it takes all of us to step up in our own ways. That's why I'm excited, and that's why I'm honored to have Brother Dyrell Muhammad's participation of something in this office we call the Expungement Clinic, where we take the lives of those who were impacted by incarceration and justice impacted communities. Not only do we teach them how to clear their records, we also supply them with lawyers that will help them through that process of getting their records cleared. Because we know what happens when someone gets a job only to find out that their record prevents them from taking that next step. Or someone who's denied housing because of a mistake they made 30 years ago. Or someone who's denied the opportunity to live their lives the way they want to live here in the District of Columbia. We want to restore hope. We want to restore tangibles. We want to restore an ear to what's going on, to reduce barriers to living that life they want to live. I also want to talk about an event we're coming up on November 4th. We're not just helping people get their records cleared, but hiring them for jobs. Not a job fair, but hiring on spot. Because employment is the single greatest deterrent to crime. Giving people safe ways to make money is the biggest deterrent to crime. And together we can make that difference. Now, they say that 50, 60 black folk can't come together unless it's about entertainment, unless it's about some basketball being played. But today our example is being shown that we're coming together to make that difference. So again, I see about 50, 60 people in this audience, but more importantly, I see about 70 to 800 to 1,000 people that you all touch. Whether you're a young kid in school, whether you're a mother of 5, we all have that impact to make together. And I want y'all all to lean into the work that we're doing. Because none of this stuff is possible without you all. There is no budget for the work that I do. It's not getting paid for the work that I do. We build up through the mud because people care about the work being done. We're not here through lip service. We're not here asking for a vote. We're not here asking for $1. We're asking for your participation, your guidance, your advice. Because I can't reach people who are just as impacted because I haven't been through those shoes. But people in this room have family members. People in this room have been behind those bars. People in this audience have touched people that I can't reach. And through the work that y'all are doing, I can do what I do. That we can have a no ops day. That we can meet on a Sunday afternoon to talk about what's going on in front of the big chair. So I don't want to take up too much time, and I want to return the microphone to those who deserve it more. But I want to thank you all for coming out each and every time. Whether a pandemic, whether a sunny day, whether through the rain, this is the real DC that I see. This is the District of Columbia that I know. This is the impact that I see on each and daily process. And this is the reason why I love serving as your U.S. representative. Because this, to me, is the real people on the ground making progress. So please, if you want to link with me, please do. If you want to know what's going on between me and my brother Dyrell, please do. If you want to connect with Marcia Adair from CSOSA, please do. Because we are changing the face of the district. It's not just the White House. It's not just Congress. It's not a bunch of folks that don't look like us that now moved here. It's about us. And I love us. And I want us to win. So whether it's economics, whether it's jobs, whether it's opportunities, whether it's safe zones, whether it's man our own blocks, whether it's getting in classrooms, teaching kids how to get to these stages that I'm in right now, we're committed to making that difference for us young people. Because they're not just the future, they are the right now. My brothers and sisters behind me speaking about their experiences, they're impacting things right now. And I want to make sure we empower them to make the best decisions for themselves and each other and their communities. Thank you so much. God bless.
Let's give them another round of applause. We got people that coming here from the Hill. They care about us up there. We can do it ourselves on this ground. We got to do more. If we have an opportunity to see more, do more. Before just moving on, we want to make sure that we welcome to the stage from Martha Stewart, Miss Angela. Where you at? Come on up here. Let me rap to you a little bit. Martha's Table. I apologize. I said Martha's Stewart. Hey, she's on my mind. I apologize. Martha's Table, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Angela.
Hey, everybody. I was thinking about a proverb, that's an African proverb that says, when a child is not embraced by the community, it'll burn it down to feel its warmth. Our babies are speaking out to us, and they are telling us that they still need us in a great way. Our community still needs us in a great way. And that means that when they open up those schools and they call you for those PTA meetings, you're going to show up. When your dad, when it's Father's Day, you're going to show up. Even when it's not Father's Day, you're going to show up for your children at their games. You're going to show up for your children no matter what, because our babies still need us, because they're looking for that validation.